Right. Well, it's going to take a minute, but once it shows up here, we're normally fine.
Cool.
There we go. That one's live. Check we're good on YouTube. There we go. Hello. How you guys doing? Hello Ish, hello Chris if you're still here, hello Bugs Lovers Tech if you're still here, hello Luca, hello Starman, hello Kev, hello Harry, and hello Lavicus. How are we doing? This is Steve.
Hey.
Steve is from here, and he is here to chat. So if you got any questions, feel free to ask him. He can read chat both here and on screens. Well, I need to change the screen, but he can read chat on screen. Yeah. Say hi.
Hey guys.
How are you guys doing? How have your guys' week been? Jeez. Is he going to chop your chair up?
Well, you know.
It's actually there.
I have got a. I've got my saw with me, so you never know.
Hello, Intron. How you doing? Hello, Jonathan. And hello, Ish. How you doing? I've had some problems with my Element gaming monitor late. What problems? Because you've already had problems. Blur YouTube, hello. How you doing? What were your arms doing in that picture?
My arm? What,
in
the
thumbnail?
In the thumbnail? I don't really remember what we were doing, to be honest. Holding a pillow?
Yeah, holding a pillow and taking a selfie, I think.
Yeah, one of these.
Mad flicker over 140 hertz with your Element gaming monitor. Right, nice. Good week, but lots of rain today. That is, we've had a lot of rain today here as well, actually.
Yeah, it's been a bit wet.
Nasty. Steve, 2 questions. Has he made you a cuppa, and if so, how was it? Well, I can answer that one. Technically, no. He has water.
I'm a water boy. I always drink water. Well, not always, but most of the time. And so is Andrew.
It's okay, I've got 2 brands of water. And neither of them are NOBLECHAIRS. God damn it, John. Hello Gavin, how you doing, man? I want a PC, but honestly haven't got a clue what's good or bad. What country are you in? Question, what type of angle grinder blade is best for opening a NOBLECHAIRS box?
You should ask a Bad Obsession.
Yeah, Bad Obsession Motorsport, as they tell you. Intron says, so are we voting on Steve's new haircut, yeah?
It's not really new. It's a bit... I don't know what's going on with my hair at the moment. On Saturday, I probably will get a haircut, so you can judge me then. Hopefully it'll look a little bit better. But I just got loads of hair. That's just how it is.
Buzz cut for Stephen, please. Oh, it's Jason.
Hey Jace. Epic Mango dude. How you doing?
Go kid. Blur YouTube, well then, speak to the company he works for, or under the company his company works for, which is Sir Overclockers UK.
Yeah, you can always send me a tweet if you're looking to buy anything, need any advice. Obviously, we can help you. Obviously, Andrew's here. He's more of an expert of all the testing he does. So, yeah, I'm sure if you find a product that he's already reviewed, then you're going to find out exactly how good it is. So, or how bad it is, of course, depending which way it goes.
Yeah. What sort of budget are you looking for, Blur? My Windows 10 is in legacy mode and can't get to BIOS. Tried everything I know. Your Windows 10 and your BIOS are 2 completely separate things. So if you can't get into the BIOS, that's a motherboard problem, not a Windows problem. You can solve that by disconnecting your hard drive or SSD and then try and get into the BIOS if you want. We'll be sure to do so. Awesome. £1,000. What sort of stuff can you get for £1,000 these days?
You can get a good PC.
Ryzen 2600X and a 1660 Ti, probably.
Yeah, easy, I reckon.
Something like that.
Yeah, we got some good deals on overclockers actually at the moment, like some really good discounts. So for £1,000, you'll get something easy. Obviously, it's just figuring out what exactly you're going to be using it for and what you need. But Intel Atom.
An Intel Atom with 512 meg of RAM and a 2080 Ti. I would consider that a bottleneck.
Just a little bit, maybe smaller than a bottleneck, probably like a tight neck.
Will Noble ever do a desk? Or is that too niche?
We have spoken about it actually behind the scenes. Can't really say too much, but it's something we've thought about it. Let's put it that way. Nothing's coming out soon as such, but you never know.
I mean, they've got a footrest.
Yeah.
You can use that as a desk. It's a bit wobbly. What games run on Windows Vista? Quite a lot. CSGO.
Yeah, CSGO definitely does.
I think, does CSGO run on XP? It might do.
Yeah, it's got to.
It's old enough.
Yeah, 1.6 will, if you go with that.
It's not a footrest, it's a cat bed, clearly.
Yeah, it is, to be fair. My cat is always on my footrest.
Explain to me why I should get a NOBLECHAIR.
A NOBLECHAIR. Well, it depends. If you sit down a lot and you want something that's ergonomic and comfortable and looks good in the office, then NOBLECHAIRS is the one. They're very reliable. They last. Really good materials. I believe Andrew has done a review on literally every single model of NOBLECHAIRS. So if you're looking at the Epic, Icon, or Hero, which is that one, yeah, just have a look at the channel. Obviously, just there we are. He says that the Hero is amazing, so there's some good feedback. But yeah, just check out the reviews. They're very positive. I'm pretty certain you'll be happy with it. So.
And you get to know that this guy sold you a chair. Yeah,
me in person, real life.
But personal deliveries.
Yeah. Oh, it's Nozzabox. How you doing, Nozzabox? I know who you are. Met you many times.
NOBLECHAIR with a back massager would be nice.
Oh yeah. Maybe I could be the person that does it. No? Okay, we won't do that. And I don't have that many arms. Imagine if like 100 people order a chair in one day. I'd be a very busy man.
You'd have to charge per massage and just drive around all day.
Yeah, no, we won't do that.
Maybe that's a different kind of business model.
Yeah.
So long as you leave the chainsaw at home.
Well, it's just here now. Yeah, I've got my chainsaw here. I'll get it out if you like. No, I won't. I'll leave it here for now.
Starman, nice on pre-ordering your Oculus Quest. Nice one. Enjoy. Is the Quest the new one with like the new tracking stuff? You know.
Oh, the new Oculus. It's just come out, isn't it? Like a couple of weeks ago. I'm not actually sure. I haven't looked into it so much. Don't actually know. Because
I know a lot about the new Valve one, the Index, Valve Index, which looks pretty sweet to be honest. Yeah. Why do you carry the saw around, Steve? Starting to worry about you.
It's just in case there's any other chair other than NOBLECHAIRS. I need to make sure I've got it with me, you see, just so I can destroy any chair that's in my way and replace it with Noble, of course.
He's not wrong. Check out the videos.
Yeah.
Did I miss anything?
No PC required. Oh, is it the mobile? That's Oculus Go, though. Is it the replacement of Oculus Go?
Oh, yes.
Maybe.
Yeah, you're right.
So you put your mobile phone in it, I assume. Unless it's got a built-in computer. Don't actually know.
Yeah, you're going to have to let us know. That's not very noble. Cutting over the people's chairs. I have an Omen monitor. Should I go for an HP Omen PC? It doesn't really matter.
No.
they're not mutually inclusive or exclusive. I wouldn't really worry about it.
It depends really, because if you're going to upgrade in the future, you might be a little bit limited. If you buy a custom PC, it gives you more flexibility. So if you wanted to change the graphics card or the motherboard or whatever in the future, you know that it's going to be possible, rather than having to buy a whole new computer if anything goes wrong. But
Wapted says own PCs are quite, well, very overpriced.
There we are then. I don't know the price of myself, but I know that overclockers are very competitive, so definitely worth looking around.
Yeah, I mean the benefit of going with something like a OCK or for the sake of not transparency, lack of competition, or other available brands.
Yeah, of course.
You know, going for a pre-built system, but one that's custom built rather than almost mass manufactured, if you like, is that ease of upgradability, and also the fact that you get to pick everything that goes inside it. So if you want if you go to Overclocker's website, or actually go to TechteamGB.co.uk/OCUK, and you can go via my affiliate link.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea, because it will support you as well.
Yeah.
So.
And then just check around. Take a look at the different systems they have. Take a look at the different ones that they're offering at your sort of price range, and you'll find quite a wide selection. Right now, if I were to recommend a spec for that sort of money, probably something like a Ryzen 2600X, because that has a lot of forwards compatibility. You can buy, if you buy anything with Ryzen right now, if in a year or 2 years' time you want to, say, put in the 3rd or potentially even 4th gen Ryzen chips, in theory, as long as you update the BIOS on the motherboard that it comes with, you should be able to drop in that chip, and in theory it should work. That's part of AMD's current upgrade strategy. So that gives you a little bit more future proofing, and also for the money you often get better multi-core performance, which as games get optimized for more cores, you start to see more long-term benefit, if you like. Wapta says, where's NOBLECHAIRS based? Is it a UK company or America company that has extended beyond?
Yeah, NOBLECHAIRS. It's actually started in Germany, in Berlin, actually. So that's where the head office is today. That was about 3 years ago. So actually, NOBLECHAIRS is still quite a young company. I started about 1.5 years ago. I was working on NOBLECHAIRS before I was technically working for them. I was at Overclockers for 11 years. And yeah, I've been working on NOBLECHAIRS now for over 1.5 years. So it's kind of weird to think that NOBLECHAIRS didn't actually exist 1.5 years ago in the UK. I think it's incredible how we've managed to really put a lot of effort into the brand and get it out there, and I would say it's a unique product as well. Like it stands out from other gaming chair brands. So yeah. What's the most triggering way to spell NOBLECHAIRS? Yeah, NOBLECHAIRS is a weird one. Like it could be spelt in multiple ways. Obviously you got Noble and then you got Nobel. So like instead of BE, it's EL. But NOBLECHAIRS is actually spelt all one word, lowercase n, so it's all in lowercase and all one word.
Like you see here.
Yeah. Companies don't work like that.
I get it wrong.
Oh, is that to replace a chair with a free chair? Yeah, unfortunately not. I'd love to replace every chair in the world to NOBLECHAIRS, but
ideally after taking the person's money first.
Yeah, so we can pay for the production, the staff behind the companies.
I have some old patio chairs you can have.
Actually, I need some patio chairs. We've just got a new house and we've got a garden there, and I don't actually have any patio chairs, so yeah. But maybe not. We can't really do a trade, I don't think.
We'll just pop to the local tip.
Amazing.
Is it time to talk RGB? Yeah, when are you doing RGB underglow for NOBLECHAIRS?
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
There was one, wasn't there? Who did that?
I think it was Vertigo, but they couldn't release it in the UK.
Why not?
Because of fire regulations. Obviously, having the battery and the electronics in a chair isn't. You have to pass quite a lot of safety requirements. Maybe they've released it now, but I know they were having some sort of troubles. But the problem with RGB is when you're sat in a chair, you don't see the lights unless you have the lights off and it's literally glowing the room. But then you could just get normal lighting for that.
What was that Ryzen code? Ryzen 5 2600X 2600X. What was I going to say? Oh, the interesting thing that you told me about today was that NOBLECHAIRS have certifications for stuff. Like ergonomic certifications or whatever.
Yeah, so that's kind of how NOBLECHAIRS started. Actually, everyone that works at NOBLECHAIRS is basically a gamer. We all I play games all the time, and we understood that people that play games, we sit down a lot. Like I bet all of you now are sitting in a chair watching this stream, for example.
Except for Starman.
So we realised that actually a lot of these gaming chairs are not ergonomic. So we wanted to bring something where all of our products are actually certified. So every single Noble chair actually has the BIFMA certification and also the ENDIN 1335, which is basically the European certification for ergonomics. So actually these chairs, we can sell them to a business, like an office space, whereas legally they wouldn't be able to buy some gaming chairs out there because they don't have those certifications. So yeah, that's one good thing. If you buy a Noble chair, you know you're going to be supported. Your body's going to be supported and your back. Even though currently I'm not actually sitting in my chair properly, but I think that's just because I'm in lazy mode. We all do this.
Noble tends to go for a very clean and sleek look. Gotta sound like Andy. Luke. How do you feel about ASUS offering RGB?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, they've released one. They've actually managed to get it.
Oh,
is it sold in the UK yet? Actually, I don't even know. I know it's out, but I don't know if you can actually buy it, to be honest with you. But it doesn't actually bother me. Actually, NOBLECHAIRS works with ASUS quite regularly. So, like Insomnia just gone. I think it was Insomnia i64. They had NOBLECHAIRS on the ASUS booth. So yeah, they're a good partner of ours. We work with them a lot. Yeah, there we are. That's the chair. But I don't know if it's actually out in the UK yet. It might not be. Yeah, in the UK we have quite a lot of regulations when it comes to furniture. So...
Sorry, I've just googled ASUS gaming chair UK, and Overclock's UK NOBLECHAIRS has come up as the first entry
and the second entry as well. Actually, ASUS isn't even there.
ASUS is at the bottom of the page for the Facebook page. That's it. Nice.
But yeah, it's good in the UK that we have these certifications, especially the fire regulations. Like in Germany, fire regulations is not a thing. They don't care, which I think is really strange. All these fires that can be set off by furniture. Well, not set off by furniture, but if you drop a cigarette or a lighter or something and it just bursts into flames, whereas in the UK, it's a legal requirement to make sure that you have the fire tag saying that they're certified. So I think that's a good thing, really.
Wapta did a like work exchange type thing in Italy for a while. And he's saying in Italy where I was working, the regulations were just non-existent.
Oh, wow.
You were saying that there was literally live exposed wires next to your bed, right, Wapta? Not good. Best $800 laptop. Acer Nitro 5, the new one, with a 1660 Ti, I think. Yeah, live exposed wires with water running over them. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, that's as long as the wires weren't like plugged in and turned on.
No, they were. Yeah.
Oh god.
I don't know how you survived.
That's a good point, actually. With chairs, like just desk chairs in general with the rolly wheels, they can ruin the carpet over time. So, yeah, matte would be good. I know Floorpad, they're a pretty good company. They sell quite nice designs, so it's not just a boring like pad for your chair, but it looks after your flooring.
Nice. Yeah, you're right, Jonathan. I found a custom PC with a Ryzen 5 2600X for 600, but is there anything else I have to look out for the components? So yeah, graphics card mostly. For £600, that probably either doesn't have a graphics card or it has a very, 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 very bad one. Because a Ryzen 5 2600 is 2600X is probably 150 to £200 or something like that. I can't remember what price is, but about there. And then a motherboard at minimum is another sort of 100. Case, power supply, again minimum sort of 100. So you're already up to like 3-4, and that's not even talking about RAM, which is another like 50 to 100 depending on what spec and what how much, and then storage. So yeah, that probably doesn't have a graphics card in it, or if it does, well, it'll have to have one because Ryzen's don't those Ryzen's don't have any integrated graphics. But
I want to hire that man, Starman. He just said a hover chair would cut down on carpet wear. That's what we need. We need a hover chair.
I know.
Maybe jet engines or something that like keep it, you know, off the ground. It'd be amazing.
That's a different kind of motion, isn't it?
Oh dear. Or maybe magnets or something. So you put like a magnet on the floor and your chair hovers that way. Maybe.
Well, technically you could just put a steel plate on the floor, and then if the chair had magnets in it, like, so instead of putting a floor mat down, you just put a big steel plate, and then the chair just levitates on top. The only problem is that you can't stabilize that very well.
Imagine the chair flipped over and you just end up stuck between the chair and the floor. Literally sandwiched. That would be crazy.
I don't think a 4,000 watt hover chair would pass UK regulations.
Yeah, we never thought about that one, did we?
Kasich says NOBLECHAIRS the best.
Oh, yes.
We need to be opposite poles. Oh yeah, you're right. I'm thinking of a track, like sticking to stuff. Unless you might magnets in the floor, magnets in the chair, like a maglev train. But yep, there you go. Like big magnetic field in computers, not cool. Yeah, maybe we haven't thought this one through. Maybe you should carry on R&D on that one.
Yeah, I'll take more info off Starman. He's got some good ideas, I'm sure.
Yeah, just a really big electromagnet that wipes all of your data every time you sit in it. Boom! Oh. Yeah. EMP your neighborhood every time you sit down. Perhaps use anti-gravity. There you go.
Anti-gravity, yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it? Where do we get some of that from?
Rick and Morty. Oh yeah. What rank are you in CS:GO?
Is it Distinguished Master Guardian? Is that the sheriff badge? I can't remember. I think it's called Distinguished Master Guardian. I think that's the name of the DMG. Yeah, DMG. So that is it. Yeah, I'm DMG. I've actually dropped down a few levels because I've not actually been playing that often recently. I think the more I play, I end up probably the Eagle, Legendary Eagle. That's normally my sort of level with the wings.
Steve, would you like to tell the people how many hours you have in CS:GO?
No, definitely not. I've been playing other games recently. Like I've been playing 2 Point Hospital, which has actually just been bought out by Sega. 2 Point Studios have just been bought out by Sega. That happened today, I think, or yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's interesting.
Epic Games buying Psyonix's set.
Oh yeah, the Rocket League. Yeah.
I play the game of life.
Yeah, it's Theme Hospital basically. It's a really great game, actually. They put a lot of work into it, and it's actually really funny to play, like the way they put it together.
What keyboard and mouse would you recommend?
I'm a fan of a lot of brands, actually.
Yeah.
I guess it's personal choice as well, and maybe what you're using it for. Because like an MMO mouse, you might want like a load of buttons.
In terms of the sort of standard FPS mouse, a good budget option, especially if you're already buying from Overclock UK, is the Cougar Surpassion. It's like £30. It has an actually pretty impressive sensor. Has a little display on the bottom of it, which lets you change your DPI. But the chat is suggesting the usual ones, so the G502, the G403 from Logitech, or if you want to spend more money, G703, if you want wireless. What have I been?
Is the 502 wireless? I've got a Logitech. No, I've got the G Pro. Is it the G Pro? I don't know. If there's a number.
The G Pro wireless.
Yeah, that's the one I've got. I really like that. It's not cheap, but it's decent.
And then Kev would suggest. Kev, a man after my own heart, would suggest a Cooler Master Keys Pro L with Cherry MX Brown switches. The MK750, which is the sort of somewhat newer version. Who else make good keyboards that are?
Ducky are quite good.
Yeah,
they're not cheap.
Yeah,
they're
quite...
really highly like manufactured, like mechanical.
Mm-hmm.
But you can tell the quality. As soon as you get one, you can tell the quality. But yeah, the price on those. Asus pretty good when it comes to mice. Steel Series, like there's quite a lot of decent brands out there at the moment. I think it's just trying to find that one that suits you really, and what you're going to be using it for. Obviously, if you're an FPS gamer, you're probably not going to want one with a load of buttons. But whereas if you're an MMO gamer, you're probably going to want as many buttons on your keyboard and mouse for all the binds and stuff. So yeah, it's worth just looking at reviews. Going on Andrew's channel and just search mouse in his search bar and just see what he's reviewed and see what's good. A chair based on a space hopper. Only use one ball and no cup. Yes. Then we don't have to call it noble chairs. We could call it one ball chair. There we go. I think we're onto a winner here. Wait, this is Starman again. He's full of ideas. I love him.
Hello, Gaming Fire. No, I didn't, Chris. And Intron says, that's why I like EGX and Insomnia. I get to try out loads of tech. I would agree. I think that's like one of the nice things for peeps to come sit in noble chairs at Overclocker's stand and play games and try out different things, especially like those sorts of specific things like chairs, like peripherals, monitors, components. They're not as much a you must see them personally.
Yeah, it's not a human touch or human body experience, is it? It's I guess the speed of your graphics card isn't really going to affect anything as long as it's fast as possible and it's a decent card. But when it comes to keyboards, mice, chairs, monitors to some degree, I guess, because some people prefer curved screens, some people don't, and I guess that's personal preference as well.
But it's nice when you can come and try them out and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, definitely. If you haven't been to a gaming event, well, they're both mentioned really. Insomnia and EGX are very good.
At least in the UK, anyway.
They are, yeah. EGX is in London this year. It was in Birmingham last year. EGX was really good, actually. They had a lot of PC component stands there and a lot of companies based around PC gaming. So, yeah, I definitely recommend EGX.
Nozzlebox says, can't wait for EGX.
I'll see you there. I should be there, I think. Yeah, definitely. I'll be there.
I might be. I need to speak to.
Yeah. See you there.
Fair play. Kev, I think we kind of answered your question. You did. We were gonna catch up, but you did. Hope you don't have that this year, and you can come.
EGX. I think it's. I want to say September, October. Actually,
something like that.
I can't remember. I think it might be September.
Can you connect a controller for most PC games? Yes, most of them. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for a lot of them, because especially if you need October 17th, the chat says.
Yeah, there we are. 17th till the 20th. There we go.
yeah, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for many of them, but you certainly can. And there's quite a lot of software that you can use even if games don't specifically support controllers. So yeah. Starman doesn't want leather chairs because they stick to your
Into your
behind
butt.
in the summer or freeze you in the winter.
Yeah, that's a good thing with Noble. We do actually have two choices. We do the real leather variation, but then we do the PU. And what I like about the PU is that it's perforated. I don't know if you can really see it on the camera, but basically it's perforated. You've got loads of holes through the whole chair, so you actually got breathing holes. So that does help when it ends up hot and sweaty. No matter what chair you sit in, I think you always suffer when it comes to the heat wave.
Hello, Riley. How you doing? Stephen, hello. No worries. Glad you got a chance to check them out. It's quite a useful thing when you try to find out the difference between them. So, nice one.
That's a good point. You could wear clothes as well to avoid sticking to the chairs. That's a good point. But let's face it, some of us like to game while we're naked. I don't, by the way, but I'm sure Andrew does.
Ramadan has started, so getting shot at non-stop. Nice. Riley is in Afghanistan at the moment.
Oh wow,
he's an MOD contractor.
Wow, that's crazy.
Was it last stream or the stream before that you had rockets fired at you? Or at the base, at least. But apparently he's being shot at today, too.
I'm surprised he's here watching this. Surely, are you in a safe zone? I assume you're in, like, some sort of protected area. I could just imagine someone on a battlefield just, hang on a minute, I need to watch Andrew's stream, 1 sec. While you're on your phone.
Best believe I'm still here in 160p on last stream. Nice. It was last stream that he was being shot at with missiles. Nice. I doubt he's out in the field in front line.
Yeah, I should hope not, yeah.
I should introduce, for anyone who has just joined the stream or whatever else, this is Steve from NOBLECHAIRS. That's the reason he was giving you a spiel about why you should buy NOBLECHAIRS a minute ago.
Yeah.
He does that, so yeah.
Don't worry, I'm not going to do sales talk too much. Yeah.
It's normal here. Our CRAMs normally shoot him out of the sky.
Wow, okay. No, that's pretty cool.
Hello, Joe. How you doing? Do you make a rocking NOBLECHAIR for the over 60s?
Well, they do rock, don't they? If you... yeah, it does that, but you can put the rocking feature on. Hang on, there we go. You can literally rock in your chair. And the big knob that sounds really good. the big knob that's on the bottom of the chair, if you turn it, you can tighten or loosen the sort of tension that it rocks. So you can actually have them rocking, or you can just lean them all the way back. Whoa. There we go. Just fall asleep.
Do the rest of the stream.
See you guys.
I'm good, buddy. How are you? Not too bad. I have a friend with me.
Hey.
Can they take someone my size? Joe is not utterly humongous, but
I'm sure the Hero will. It supports like 180 kilos or something ridiculous, so yeah, it'll be fine.
How many tons are you? 0.09. What's new in the world of tech, Andy?
NOBLECHAIRS. I'm joking.
The furniture salesman, everybody. God, what have I been playing with this week? Not that much right now. We've obviously got a few launches up and coming. But I've got a new Corsair mouse, the Glaive Pro, which is quite cool. I have another, if you can believe it, 144 Hz 1440p monitor. Yes, I know that's like the 20th one I've reviewed in the last few months, but I'm sorry, it's kind of interesting. It's from AOC. And then I've been working on a smart mirror for absolutely ages, but finally the two-way mirror has arrived, so it's almost finished, and I need to sand down the supports and then Put it all together and then, in theory, make it work. Harry is in steely defiance of NOBLECHAIRS, saying that he has a DX racer and he's had it for 5 years and it's still going strong.
Oh wow. What am I seeing there?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, there's the ragtag. When's the next ragtag video? Soon? We haven't actually got a date, but we should probably get together soon because we've got some ideas for the next episode, which would be pretty hilarious, but it'll be soon. In good time.
Nice. We actually do have a video coming out next week that's quite fun, so hopefully you will enjoy that.
Yeah, that is why I'm here today, actually. We did a lot of filming. It was quite funny and... a
lot of memes.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys will enjoy it.
Would you recommend getting a GT racing chair?
No comment.
How fast can NOBLECHAIRS go?
Oh, super fast. Sonic fast.
Don't mention Sonic. Don't mention Sonic.
Everyone loves Sonic. Come on. Maybe not the film, but they like the original guy. Come on.
Don't mention Sonic. Did you really have an eye infection in that ragtag video?
I actually did. I almost didn't make doing the video, but I just did it because it was the perfect scene. I was basically locked away in storage, and the eye effect actually helped with my character. So yeah, I did actually have an eye infection. Ragtag didn't punch me. He did, but that didn't cause my eye infection.
Intron, I have a GT Omega. I didn't buy it. I was given it. It was given to me from the 2017 Golden Joystick Awards.
Oh,
so it's branded for the event. Do Noble do specific event chairs?
We do sometimes, yeah. It depends where, because we do so many events, not just in the UK but globally. So like we've done all the TwitchCons, we've done E3, we've done Gamescom, stuff like that. But saying that you were at Golden Joysticks in 2017, I think I was there at the same time. It was a really good event, actually. I believe Player Unknown, he was on my table.
Oh, nice.
He was literally sat. Well, one of his guys was next to me, and he was next to him. I showed him some magic tricks, and we got on, and he won. I think he won like 5 awards or something ridiculous that night. Or he won a lot anyway.
The year of PUBG.
Yeah, but that was good. He's a really nice guy as well. I don't know why, but I was expecting someone who has just ended up famous and rich, and like his life has just turned around. I thought maybe it would have got to him, but as a person, he was a really nice dude. Really, really good guy.
Nice. Hello, Gavin. How you doing? What is a recommended budget gaming chair? So it depends what you mean by budget. There is the not sub brand, but
yeah, it's like a sister brand
of Nitro Concepts. The S300s are really nice. Or failing that, the C80 Motion, I think is one I have upstairs, which is alright.
That is what I see a lot, like people buying really cheap chairs and then it's already broken. Like people ask me like, why go with Noble when it's more expensive? But if you see videos of me cutting them in half, you can see exactly what the differences are by just looking at the quality of the materials. Actually, it's really hard to destroy a Noble chair. I had to buy a new saw to destroy it because it's actually got a steel frame inside. So I guess that's a good thing. If it's hard to destroy on purpose, then if you're not going to destroy it, it shouldn't actually fall apart. So.
See Riley, try not to get blown up.
Bye-bye.
Troll Ninja, big fan. I don't know who to, I assume Steve.
Awesome.
I built my PC watching your videos. Then it must be me, because he doesn't make videos.
Awesome.
Nice. Thanks for, stopping by.
That's actually really cool that someone's managed to build a full PC just by watching YouTube. It's really cool.
That's how I started.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you excited for Detective Pikachu?
I actually am. I think it's a bit like Marmite. I think there's a lot of people hating it, but I think most people are loving it. And I'm one of the guys that's loving it, to be honest. I really like Ryan Reynolds, and I think it's just going to be hilarious. It's just one of those movies that you're just going to watch and just accept it and just enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm excited. We're gonna see it next week. So.
And Pikachu doesn't have teeth, whereas Sonic does. Does he have teeth? I didn't notice any teeth in the trailer. So
I mean, maybe, but it's not as horrendous as no. Tron Ninja, nice one. What system did you build? What was the spec? I'm sitting in my leather recliner, feet up on a desk. Cost £800 over 30 years ago.
Wow,
oof!
That was a good investment. Oh, Game of Thrones, I love it. Absolutely amazing. The last season's a bit weird. I don't really want to say anything. I'm sure most of you who watch Game of Thrones have probably watched the latest episode, but all I got to mention is Coffee Cup. I'm sure you've all seen that on the internet by now.
Which has been CGI removed already.
Yeah, they have, haven't they? They removed it.
I don't watch it, so I'm sorry I can't give you any information or any opinions.
What games do people play at Insomnia? It varies, because you have the game companies there sometimes. So you might have, I don't know, I can't even think of a game right now, but say 2 Point Hospital, they could be there showing off their latest DLC or latest game or whatever. So you can try that out, or you might just have PC companies there, like Overclockers, where they'll just have random games on the PCs for you to just try. So
what ones do they do for a competition, or like? You know, is there
like
if
tournaments?
you BYOC?
It's usually Counter-Strike, League of Legends. Is it Hearthstone, like the card game?
Yeah.
Rocket League, I believe. Call of Duty is quite strong. There's Rocket League as well. There's quite a lot of games. Usually, if you go to the Insomnia website and just go to tournaments, they usually have a list of games that they usually cover, but there's usually a good range, not just FPS games, so good variety.
Did you meet Musil at the last? Musi, have you met Steve? It'll be easier to ask.
Maybe.
Were you at EGX on the Saturday?
Yeah, must have been. I was there all weekend, so yeah, I was there. Whether I met them or not.
Yes, at EGX briefly.
Okay.
He's the stupidly tall one with glasses and a beard.
Oh, okay. Maybe I did.
He's probably about the same height as you, actually.
Okay, so I probably saw him. Usually I have to look down to people like that. But yeah. There's a good question up there asking if I prefer working at Overclockers or NOBLECHAIRS. That is a tough one. It's under the same group. So NOBLECHAIRS and Overclockers are under the Case King group. So actually I'm still working in the NOBLECHAIRS office, which is really strange. I do miss Overclockers because that's kind of my baby. Like I've worked there for 11 years. 11 years ago, Overclockers was pretty small. It's hard to explain really what it was like. There was about 30 members of staff. Actually, probably less than that. It was probably like 28 members of staff, and I was working in the shop. And then now there's like 85 to 90 members of staff just in the UK, and then in Germany there's 150. We got offices in Canada, Taiwan, Australia, Hungary, France, Poland. Like the whole group has just turned from this little 28 people company to probably about 1,000 people now. So I do miss Overclockers, but at the same time I don't, because I'm still technically there. It's just that my job role has changed. That's all.
I have 3,000 megahertz RAM, but it shows 2133 or something. Test monitor. Yes, go into your BIOS and set what CPU do you have? Ryzen 2600. So go to your BIOS and set the either DOCP or XMP profiles to profile 1, and then save, and that will sort it.
Yeah.
Who would win a build off / overclock competition, Der Bauer or 8-Pack?
I would support 8-Pack, mainly because he's in the overclocker's office and he would beat me up if I said DeBauer. So that's a safe thing for me. But no, they're both extremely good. 8-Pack doesn't do too much overclocking now, whereas DeBauer does. So it's kind of switched actually, because 8-Pack used to do most of the overclocking and he was number one for I think like 4 or 5 years running. So he is an amazing overclocker. He even helped companies like Asus, Gigabyte, MSI to improve their hardware by making their hardware faster and telling them, this is what they need to do to make their products better, which is, I think, amazing. It goes to show that gaming does help technology sort of advance, which is incredible. But DeBauer, on the other hand, he's overclocking, he's doing his own PCs in Germany, and he's doing really well. Like, he showed at Gamescom the other year, his computer that was submerged in water, which was amazing. So yeah, they're both really good.
ZQA20 said he thinks you're 25.
I do look quite young, I guess.
Baby face.
I've actually got quite a lot of grey hairs. I don't know if you can see on camera, but
he does.
I'm 31 years old. So yeah, I started when I was in my second year of university. So I started as a shop assistant. I only worked on Saturdays, just working in the shop. Basically just selling stuff. And at the time, I actually knew nothing about computers. I didn't even know what a SATA port was. Like, I had no idea. And actually, it was the warehouse guy that taught me. Because at the time, that was when IDE and SATA was still around, and SATA was replacing IDE. And at the time, I had no idea what SATA IDE even meant. I just knew it was 2 types of hard drives, but I didn't know it was the connection. And when I went into the warehouse, because I was trying to find a particular SATA hard drive, the warehouse manager at the time run his finger down the packaging, and he felt for the connection type. So he could feel if it was SATA or IDE. And that's when it clicked in my head, oh, that's the difference. It's just the bloody connection. I didn't realise that it was just that. So yeah, if you get into gaming or into PC hardware and into a company, don't be scared if you don't know everything, because you will. Well, no, you won't. I'm still learning now, and I've been there 11 years, but you learn as you go on, and yeah, just don't be afraid of it.
And keep watching my videos.
Yeah, keep on learning. Just keep doing the research, just keep on trying, and you'll get there.
Gavin, would it be cheaper to buy a made PC or build a PC? So it really depends on what you're buying, how much money you've got, and where you're buying from. Generally speaking, it's generally more expensive to build a PC, buy a pre-built PC, but you do kind of have to factor in if you're willing to actually build it, and if you're willing to deal with all of the potential issues. Whereas if you have a pre-built system, you can just send the whole thing back or get them to fix, call them up and get them to fix it for you, kind of thing. So that is something. You also asked if I were to get a laptop, should I get a gaming laptop or should I get something along the lines of a MacBook? So MacBook if you want to be a hipster. Otherwise, a gaming laptop gives you a lot more performance for the same money. You don't necessarily get the same sort of sleek design and stuff like that, but it kind of depends what you want, really, and how much money you're willing to spend, or how much money your dad's willing to spend. What's the silliest gaffe you've done while building a PC?
Me personally, well, I've seen a lot. Obviously, the technical department overclockers. All of the PCs are built by one particular person, and then it will get checked by 2 other people. Obviously, when you're building PCs literally every day, you're going to make a mistake. Like, you're going to forget a screw, you're going to forget, I don't know, to plug in a cable or something. And that's why we have other people check over someone else's build to make sure that the customer receives something that is absolutely spot on. And obviously we have a checklist as well. But I'm just trying to think of silly gaffes. Like, I've seen plenty from customers I could probably share. There was one, what was the graphics? Was it the 580 Ti, the NVIDIA card? That when that first came out, that was really expensive. 580 Ti, I believe, or just a 580.
I've
It's
aced
several
it,
years
yeah,
ago,
right.
but they're very expensive, and you can do them in SLI. And this guy, he travelled up from Manchester, and he had a taxi that would take him from Manchester to Stoke. Bear in mind, it's about an hour away, so it wasn't a cheap fare. And he would spend all day getting advice from overclockers. He's never built a PC, and he built basically a PC from overclockers, and he did it himself. But when he came back a few days later, he was saying that his PC didn't work. He assembled it, and he was like, "My PC's not working. Can you help?" So obviously we're the kind guys. We're like, "Yeah, no worries. You built it yourself. Not a problem. We'll take a look at it and see what the issue is." To find out that he actually used a hot glue gun to glue in his graphics cards. I don't know where he learnt this from. I assume he went on a forum somewhere and maybe read like a troll thread or a troll video. You know, when you see like the troll stuff, like how to call your PC off,
thermal paste on in the socket.
Yeah, like he must have read like the wrong information. And we've got this motherboard here, literally hot glue holding the graphics cards in place. And you know what happens when hot glue settles? It's a pain. You can't get it out, especially when it's inside the sockets as well. Yeah, so that's one thing. Yeah, I don't know if he had a lot of money, but he just bought another system and let us build it, and he wasn't bothered that it wasn't replaced under warranty, because obviously I don't know which manufacturer it was at the time, but say if it was Asus and they seen someone use hot glue, they're not going to replace the board, unfortunately, because it's their mistake. But it could be the Verge. It could be.
It's that guy.
Yeah, maybe it was him. I don't know, but I've seen all sorts. I can't really say too much. I've had some weird customer service issues, like where we repaired a PC, gave it back to the customer. Customer left the house, left the building, went home, came back with the PC, and he started shouting at me over the counter, saying, "You have not fixed my PC. It doesn't even turn on." And he went to plug it into the wall in the shop. Bearing in mind, there was a queue of people in front of him. He basically interrupted the queue, started shouting at me, plugged the PC in the shop, and started pressing the power button, saying, like, shouting at me, saying, "You did not even repair the PC. It doesn't turn on." So I was sort of like a bit worried, because I thought, well, this guy's a little bit aggressive. And I went round the counter, all the way round the back, so I could get into the shop thing to just have a look at the PC. And all he hadn't done is just turned on the power supply. So the power supply on the back of the PC was actually turned off. So I turned that on. All the lights came on. It worked absolutely fine. So that was a moment from me. But this guy, he walked out quiet as a mouse. I think he was so embarrassed that he interrupted all of these people. There was probably about 6 people in front of him. So for him to just barge in, basically having the light shine on him because he was shouting, and it was his own mistake. But there we go.
Also, thank you, Tron Ninja. Very kind. He is not a YouTuber. He is a furniture salesman.
Yes, a gaming furniture salesman.
He sells the chairs that we're sitting on.
Yeah.
You were worried for his sake, Stephen.
Oh yeah, I'd love to, but the guy was bigger than me, and you know, I kind of wanted to keep my job at the time, so you have to be nice.
I had a boss that made you wipe laptops, so it made the system faster. Interesting. Don't know how that works. Would that be your worst customer rage experience, or is there any worse rage experiences?
It happens a lot, mainly over the phone, and luckily enough, I didn't really deal with the support over the phone the years I was there. I did a little bit of support in the shop, and support can be good and bad. Like, it's not always people that are raging. Obviously, let's face it, when you buy something and it doesn't work, you're not going to be in a good mood, and people take it differently. Like myself, I'm actually quite a calm guy, so I'll be like, okay, it doesn't work. I'll complain, but I won't, threaten. Like, that happens. People actually threaten staff over the phone or in the shop, swearing, threatening, and like personally threatening them, saying they're going to their house and following them home and stuff. Like, why? That doesn't get anything resolved. So yeah, I think the best thing to do if you get anything broken, I'm sure many people here that have worked in customer service, you know what it's like, but just be nice to other people. It's not hard.
Indeed. Hello Gambit, how you doing? What up to? You're not wrong. Da-da-da-da-da. No? Okay. Oh, there's a lot of pebcac issues from working with other people's species.
Yeah, I guess it's the same in a cafe. Like, it's the same sort of thing. You get, I don't know, you provide, I don't know, you forget the sausage or whatever on the plate, or or the bacon. Okay, ignore the sausage. You forget the bacon on the plate, or I don't know, anything can happen. Or they ask for runny eggs and you give them hard-boiled eggs, or anything can happen. There's mistakes, right? So there's no need to threaten people over it.
Wait, I'm so confused. You're a Geeky right? No, I am Andrew. That is James. He makes build guide videos mostly.
Wait, do you look like him?
I don't think so, but apparently.
Oh.
People tell me I look like Andrew Holland, or whatever his name. New Spidey.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
But, you know, whatever.
But you're Andrew.
And I'm Scottish. That's alright, man. I mean, I do also make videos, feel free to take a look at them, see if they're, you know, worth your time. I like my egg runny or else. Hated working in CS, fair play.
Yeah, customer service isn't fun.
Build the PC into the Noble chair. So all that swinging around to keep it air cooled.
A little fact about overclockers, actually, about 15 years ago, the customer service was actually quite bad. You would not buy from overclockers. The only reason you would buy from there is if you're getting cheap prices and you would want the latest hardware. But if anything broke, you would be screwed. Like, you would not get any support. And that was about 15 years ago. And when I joined 11 years ago, it was still kind of like that. And I think the staff actually turned it around really well. We really invested a lot. Like, what I did was I realised that the Overclockers forum at the time was extremely popular. People were wanting support, but they weren't getting it. So I was making sure that the members of staff were just supporting the customers in this place. And we started to create subcategories for customer service. And yeah, we really turned it around and invested. And now I would say Overclockers is probably one of the best customer service experiences you can have if anything goes wrong. So, and the free Haribo. That's it. That's what it's all about.
Free Haribo. I love it. Gambit, yeah, I'm doing it. Thanks, man. You look like that guy from TechteamGB. Thanks.
No, you do actually. Oh my god, I've not noticed this.
I'd hate to work over the phone. Sales guys are really helpful. I spoke to Rick/Rich when getting parts.
Rich, yes, he's a really nice guy. Really nice guy. Very helpful. I'll pass on your thanks, actually. I'm going into the office tomorrow, so I'll say that. Who is it that said that? I missed this, but I'll mention it. So I mentioned it on the stream.
Yeah. New to the channel, what system do you have as in specs? I have a desk PC. I custom built it. There are videos about me custom building it. I've changed a few things since then, but long story short, it's a Ryzen 2700 non-X overclocked to 4 GHz, 32 gigs of Corsair Vengeance Pro RGB at 3000 MHz, Corsair H100i V2, and then a GTX 1080 11 gig RAM model, gigabytes X47C Gaming 7 Wi-Fi, and then WD Black 1TB NVMe SSD, a Seagate 2TB Barracuda, and a 2TB Barracuda, and a Coolmaster V750 power supply.
These jokes are coming in.
GG.
Did you see that he sniffs?
Stephen, why? Oh no!
Sniffs the Haribo. They do smell nice, to be fair.
OCK do have great customer service. Change my Cease Mobile with no issues. From Harry.
Awesome.
Nice. Well, I suppose Starman does have a point. It is 9 o'clock. That is the time that we normally disappear. So, yeah, if you have any other last minute questions, get them in now. Otherwise, videos are still coming out as usual. I have a little bit of a more almost generic video of a laptop upgrade guide. So upgrading the RAM and M.2 SSD in your laptop, especially stuff like the Acer Nitro 5s that for the base model ones don't necessarily come with SSDs in the box. And then I've got the Corsair Glaive Pro and some nice the in-ears that I've mentioned before on Wednesday. So yeah. Thank you, Luca. You can support the stream with the Streamlabs or Patreon or the affiliate links, including Overclock UK if you're not buying Noble Chairs. Yeah, do Noble Chairs deliver worldwide?
They do, yeah. They're available in 72 different countries. That was several months ago, so it might be even more now. Best thing to do, if you go to the Noble Chairs website, it'll actually have a list of all the shops. You can select your country where you live, and it will list all the shops where you can buy them from. So, yeah.
And also, as a final note, thank you to Kev for being an awesome patron. You can check Kev out in the link in the description. You can click his little name, and you can go subscribe to him and check out some cool tech videos too. Thanks, Kev. Right, I will catch you guys next week, and obviously videos tomorrow, Monday, and Wednesday as usual.
See you later, guys.
Ciao.